When Donald Trump stepped up to the podium this week, he delivered what seemed like a straightforward claim about American defense exports to India. 68 Apache attack helicopters, he said confidently. Prime Minister Modi had personally come to him about delivery delays. The numbers spread like wildfire across headlines and social media. But here's the thing about defense procurement records. They don't lie, they don't bend, and they certainly don't inflate themselves for political theater. Picture this scene unfolding in real time. Trump addressing the House GOP member retreat, painting himself as the ultimate dealmaker who solved India's helicopter crisis. India ordered 68 Apaches and Prime Minister Modi came to see me. "Sir, may I see you please?" And I said yes, he recounted. His voice carrying that familiar tone of someone who believes every word he's saying. The claim wasn't just bold, it was specific. 68 helicopters, personal intervention by Modi. A classic Trump narrative of American strength meeting grateful foreign leaders. But defense deals aren't vague things. They leave paper trails, contracts with signatures, delivery schedules with dates, and most importantly, numbers that can't be wished into existence. So when reporters began checking, what they found was quite different from what had just echoed through that Washington conference room. India did not order 68 Apache helicopters. It ordered 28. Not a rounding error, not a miscommunication. More than double the actual figure. The real story, Vineet, is far more mundane than Trump's version, but infinitely more accurate. Let me walk you through what actually happened. India's Apache journey began in September 2015 during the final months of the Obama administration. The Indian Air Force signed a contract worth about $2.2 billion for 22 Apache helicopters. These weren't delayed. They arrived on schedule with the final units delivered by 2020 right during Trump's first term. They were inducted into 2 frontline squadrons and became a crucial part of India's attack helicopter capability. The second deal came in February 2020 during Trump's visit to India. This follow-on contract, valued between $600 million and $800 million, covered 6 more Apaches for the Indian Army Aviation Corps. This is where the delays actually happened, not the dramatic 5-year timeline Trump suggested, but about 15 to 24 months behind schedule. The helicopters were initially expected in early 2024, but didn't arrive until December 2025. So where did 68 come from? The most generous interpretation is that Trump conflated India's Apache order with its separate purchase of 15 Chinook heavy lift helicopters, also from Boeing. Even combined, that's 43 aircrafts, still nowhere near 68. There's simply no record in Ministry of Defense filings or US foreign military sales notifications of any additional Apache orders that would justify Trump's number. The difference isn't symbolic, it's numerical. And in defense matters, numbers don't bend easily, no matter who says them out loud. Trade positions can be debated, diplomatic intent can be interpreted, but procurement numbers are fixed, signed, filed. When Trump claimed Modi personally pleaded with him over delays, he was describing a meeting that may have touched on the Army's 6 delayed helicopters, but certainly not the crisis he portrayed. What makes this particularly telling is India's response, or rather, the lack of one. No angry rebuttals, no diplomatic protests, no clarifications from South Bloc. Just silence, letting the paperwork speak for itself. Because sometimes the most powerful response to inflated rhetoric is simply pointing to the files. This episode reveals something deeper about how political narratives get constructed and spread. One sentence shaped headlines. The next day was spent checking files. In an era where bold claims travel faster than fact-checkers, Trump's Apache story became a perfect case study in why verification matters, especially when it comes to defense deals worth billions of dollars and relationships between major powers. For India, this isn't just about corrected numbers. It's about why the country is increasingly determined to reduce dependence on foreign defense suppliers who might come with unpredictable political baggage. The experience has accelerated India's push toward indigenous platforms like the HAL Prachand light combat helicopter, designed specifically for high-altitude operations where even Apaches struggle. In international politics, personal warmth and policy friction often exist side by side. Trump's relationship with Modi might indeed be good, as he claims, but that doesn't change the mathematics of signed contracts. The real story here isn't about helicopters at all. It's about the gap between political theater and documented reality, and why that gap matters when you're talking about billion-dollar defense deals between strategic partners. Today's lesson is simple but crucial. In a world where claims can circle the globe before facts catch up, the most reliable truth often sits quietly in filing cabinets, waiting for someone to actually check. Numbers, unlike narratives, don't care about applause lines or political convenience. They just are what they are. 28, not 68, no matter how confidently someone says otherwise. Stay informed, stay questioning, and remember that the most important stories often hide in the details that don't make for great sound bites. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow with more stories that matter.